in a small town down in Arkansas, where the river flows. There's a man with a passion that everybody knows. He's got a collection that'll make you stare. Vintage pocket knives laid with tender care.
Howdy, howdy everybody. Welcome to HT's EDC. What y'all know good this morning besides me? Nothing? Hey, you know me though. But anyway, folks, ready to get out another one. We'll show Sleeping Beauty over there in her spot. And right over there in that nice little, I don't know if you, soft cage we'll call it, is Little Bit. And the old bald guy is here once again on the couch. Coming at you today with one that I have not seen a whole lot of people beat to death. I actually think this knife that I'm going to show today flies a little under the radar. And I personally think it's a shame. I am going to do my level best to bring it to the forefront and give it what I believe to be some much deserved limelight. And I am talking about none other than the Schrade Old Timer 858, or more affectionately known as the Lumberjack. And we're going to get right back to this in a minute. We're going to go over this pretty good. But I'm going to start with a what you toting. And yes, I threw this in my pocket because it kind of goes along with what I'm going to be toting, goes along with and is going to stand as a visual aid for the Lumberjack that I'm going to show here in a minute. So today, in the old MKM magnetic slip, I am going to be toting my 75 Stockman. Large Stockman. Well, it's large, but it's not supersized. The one I'm going to show you is even, believe it or not, boys and girls, bigger and beefier than a 75. It is an absolute HT biggin. But this, don't get me wrong, I love, obviously wouldn't be toting this and owning these if I didn't love a 75. I do. And they're 4 1/4 inches, which just slides in the HT criteria for a biggin. If you guys know my criteria for an HT biggin, it has to be 4 1/4 inches closed length, folded up, or greater. And that is exactly the dimensions of a 75. They are 4 1/4 inches closed. So yes, a 75 Stockman is an HT biggin. It classifies as one of my biggins. And this is one that I absolutely love, one of my favorites. I don't own a whole lot of 75 Stockmans, 2 or 3. But this one is one. Shout out to my brother here in Arkansas, Brother Pete. Me and Brother Pete did a horse trade. A lot of you guys know him. If you've watched my videos, I've talked about Pete in the past. But he is a local supporter and supporter of a bunch of our us knife tubers. And he actually lives just a couple hours away from me here in the Stone. So just added a little cool factor for that, and we have become friends. And anyway, you didn't come to hear about all that, but this is one that me and Brother Pete did a little horse trading on, and I think it is just gorgeous. Look at those sawcut. Those are sawcut bone covers on this dude. This is in CV steel. I mean, all the goodness. But we're not here to talk about the 75 Case large Stockman. because I got something even bigger. Bigger than a 75 Stockman? Yes, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. This is the 858, the Schrade Old Timer 858, or the Old Timer Lumberjack. And this, by my calculation, and I will do it one more time just to be totally sure, get out my handy dandy little tape measure. Yep, this actually measures, if you look these up, they say they're 4.5 inches. Well, I actually have this more like 4.6. This is actually comes to 4 5/8. So it is actually even a tick over 4.5 inches closed. So we will show them real quick. Close these things up and you'll see what I'm talking about. If you take a 75 Stockman and this Lumberjack, there you go. That Lumberjack, and I have this, this is on equal playing field there. That is, you almost have a whole bolster more in the Lumberjack. And if you can tell, we'll try to show it here. I think it's pretty visible. It's thicker. Well, let me see if I can get those butted up. There we go. Tail to tail. And if you can see, the one on the bottom, being the Lumberjack, is even thicker. The blade stock, in every way, shape, or form, this guy here is beefier than a Case 75. Don't get me wrong. I am not downing this. This is a big one. This is a good one. Love everything about a Case 75. I do. Love it. Don't like it. Love a 75. But since this guy has been on my radar, and I got to give the credit to Brother Dwayne. You guys know my good buddy here in town, local Cross Creek Outdoors, as his name is on following us on these Knife Tube channels. If you see Cross Creek Outdoors, that is Dwayne. Well, anyway, Dwayne had one of these, and again, I shamefully didn't know nothing about it. He's like, man, have you ever, he said something one day, have you ever seen the 858, the big Stockman from Old Timer? And I'm like, I had known about the 34OT, the 80T, but no, I had 858, don't ring a bell, Dwayne. Well, anyway, he showed some pictures of it one time from a deer stand. He puts pictures on that Facebook Brotherhood page a lot of times, and I was like, man, that thing is beautiful. Well, one day when luckily when he came by, after deer hunting, he was toting one of these days and came over, and I got a chance to put it in my hand, to steal a term from Brother Chuck, to coon finger it real good, to coon finger all over this this pocket knife, and I fell in love. I mean, it's as simple as that. I had to have one. The search was on. Yeah, just absolutely fell in love with it. It's beefy, it's weighty, it's got heft. I mean, it is everything that a biggin lover like me, it checks all the boxes. And you guys already know, yes, I am an old timer, a Schrade fan from way back. The sawcut delrin, I love it. Some people don't. Some people think it's cheap. Okay. Personal opinion, I love sawcut delrin. This is also coming from a guy yesterday that told you they love Stagalon. I love the hard composites, the synthetics on pocket knives. And this stuff is crazy durable. You can say what you want. You can say it's cheap feeling. You know, I can tell you this. This is probably a 30 or 40-year-old pocket knife. This is vintage. And yes, I put it in a mineral oil bath last night. Still got some oil residue on it. I took it out this morning. But proof's in the pudding. They hold up. This stuff is just awesome, awesomely resilient material, delrin. I love it personally. But anyway, we'll get this thing back open, and we'll kind of give you guys an idea of what's going on. I mean, it's a Stockman. We're going to have the spade blade, we're going to have a sheep's foot, and we're going to have a big clip point. At the end of the day, it is a Stockman, but I just say it is a Case. For y'all that know the Case 75, it is a Case 75 on steroids. Just a little bigger in every shape of the word. Little longer in hand, little heavier, broader in hand, thicker blade stock. It is just a tank of a Stockman. And like I said, as soon as I had seen it, he told me about it, asked me had I heard about it, and even then I started doing my research and looking at them online, and I was like, man, those, I was reading the specs, you know, it called it 4.5 inches, which, okay, upon further inspection, I think it's actually even a little better than 4.5 inches, but I was like, it was checking every box. And when he came over to the house that day and brought one, game over. Game over. Like I said, the search was on. Had to have one. This one, you guys may have looked at it already and can probably tell a little bit by this spade blade here. This one is used. The previous owner definitely liked them a spade blade, because that is worn down a little bit there, and a little bit so is the clip. If you can see this etching, I don't know if we can get that to come through on camera, but it says Ingersoll Rand Professional Tools. It's about half came off, which is okay with me. But if you could read that down there, even some of the writing, there has been some, some blade loss that's actually getting up into that writing. But as you can see, there's the tang. I mean, we're not way up here. We don't have some big smile, but it has definitely seen its use. But I thought it was in really good shape. And to get a brand new one of these in like eBay or something, new old stock, or get one of these in a box, they were up there. More than I was comfortable paying. We're talking, $100 plus for one of these, like new old stock. And I've seen some of them go up way even higher than that. But I found this one. A seller out of Tennessee had this one and had it listed and had it on. It was an eBay find, and one of those or best offer deals. And I made an offer, and they accepted it, and I own a Lumberjack now. The short of it is, and I think I got it for a pretty good price, comparable. And like I said, it's got plenty of meat. I've already sharpened this. I have already cleaned it up. Check out those back springs. I got one. You want to nitpick right up here. I've got a little bit of crud that has not came off with polishing and elbow grease yet. I could probably take a little sandpaper and even get that little bit of spot up there off if I wanted to. But I mean, really, why? It's a user. This, I'm not really trying to make it look brand new. Just kind of putting its best foot forward, getting off any crud or oxidation that might turn into bad rust. Yes, I want to get rid of that, but I'm pretty happy. Take a look at those blade channels in there. We've cleaned those all out last night. All the brass liners here on the front, nice and shiny. And we again have sharpened the blades, And this thing, it takes a it takes a wicked edge. This is not carbon steel. The only thing I would make different, if I could change one thing, and me and Dwayne, I think even Chuck, are in agreement, this could be carbon steel. But this is the Schrade Plus. This is their stainless steel, which is a very good steel, by the way, for stainless. The Schrade Plus stuff, my favorite Schrade Old Timer of all favorite all-time old timer, too many vowels there, is the 60T, and that's also a stainless steel, the Schrade Plus steel, and that is my favorite knife that old timer makes. But this, I don't know, this one is bearing down. I love totally different things. The 60T is a big tank of a lockback, and this is a big tank but of a folding Stockman. So you're comparing apples to avocados. But I love this. I can tell you right now, without a doubt, this is my second favorite old timer that I own, that I know about. And I'm not going to tell you there's not a chance of it. Whew. I really like it. I don't want to say something crazy. Will it ever unseat the 60T as my favorite all-time old-timer? Probably not. But I can tell you this is a close second. This is awesome. I love it. I love it a lot. And yeah, for you guys that love a 75, I say you might want to get this on your radar too. If you like a big beefy Stockman, I haven't found one bigger yet. If there's a 5-inch Stockman out there, there probably is somewhere. I'm all for it. You know me. But this is awesome. This is awesome AWOL. I love it. We'll do some snaps for you real quick. Nice there. And very nice on the spay blade. Pretty good. Pretty good on the, yeah, on the sheep's foot and the big boy. Not bad. That's probably the least snap closing, what I would say, on the main blade. But that is also probably the one that's been opened and coon fingered the most over the years. But that still has good snap. And going into full open, see how it does. Oh yeah, no problem whatsoever. We have snap in all the blades. Probably that little spay blade, it has got the most, but no problems on snap. Take a look at it in hand. If I choke up to this choil here, check that out. Almost a whole inch out the back, and if you just kind of grab it natural, I mean, just all kind of real estate. If you have a gorilla mitt, a bigger hand than mine, you're gonna fit on this knife. I mean, there's just real estate for days. Yeah, show you all that tank stamp real quick. If you want to look this guy up, Schrade 858, Schrade Plus USA, number 858. Yeah, it's a winner. It is an absolute winner. I love it. So, is this the 75 killer? No. Nothing's ever going to, and I'm not crazy, nothing's ever going to unseat, probably in popularity, Stockman popularity, of the good old 75, and for good reasons. These things are awesome. But for me, as a user, as a toter, as a tool, and knowing me and knowing that I like the heft and those big ones, this probably, I'm gonna yes, that this may even find more pocket time. I'm fixing to say so. I know it's going to be sacrilegious for some of you guys. Take a breath. But this is probably going to get more pocket time with HT than even my 75s, because this thing's awesome. So just one that I don't, you know, I'm sure there's videos on YouTube historically. Haven't seen one in a while talking about the 858. Thank you, brother Dwayne. It ain't like I'm trying to be the smart guy. Like Dwayne put this on my radar, so Dwayne gets all the credit for actually getting it on camera now, for me getting one and being able to review it for you guys. He put this on my radar, and yeah, it will never ever be off my radar. May even look, I will be honest with you, I will keep my eyes open to find a new one or a new old stock, you know, possibly down the road, even one a little newer in better shape than this one. That don't break the bank. Again, I'm not fixing to pay $200 for one of these new old stock. I'm just not. Not going to say that's, you know, your money's your money. I'm not going to pay $200 for a pocket knife like this. But if I could find a new one, or, you know, just one that's maybe a little better shape than this one and upgrade, or just to have as a backup, oh yeah, I will definitely keep my eyes peeled. But this one right here has years and years of life left in it, and like I said, I got all three blades sharp, and this thing's ready to rock and roll. So in the lieu, this will be my one and only, but like I said, I'll keep one eye half cocked for a potential to pick up another one, because this is one, now that I own it, if I lost this or whatever, man, yeah, that would probably make a sleepless night. And this is one I'd like to have a backup plan on. I like it that much. So anyway, that's my video today. The Schrade Old Timer number 858, or AKA the Old Timer Lumberjack. And it is double thumbs up. HT big and approved. Anyway, folks, that's what I got. We're going to get off here. Unless there's a video of me traveling, maybe a short or something tomorrow of what you toting is a possibility. But for all intents and purposes, probably no video tomorrow. I go for my back procedure up in Little Rock tomorrow. So no video, no long form video for sure tomorrow. But we'll be back with you, hopefully, if I'm feeling, feeling up to it, maybe Saturday, Sunday, over the weekend, we'll be back again. And just toss up one for me tomorrow, if you don't mind. You praying folks would be much appreciated. We love you. We're going to get out of here. God bless. HT out.
Buck knives gleaming under that old porch light. He'll tell their stories deep into the night. Reviews and torture tests, it's a sight to see. HT's EDC.